Hi, this is Gary with Gary versus Cars and More, and today we're going to be looking at or talking about a fort that I built for the kids several years ago that we're doing an upgrade on. All right, so now I'm going to show you the fort. So here it is right here. It's 5 feet by 9 feet. In the future, I would have done a 4 by 8 because you really want to do dimensions of 2s or 4s or 8s. It saves on your lumber, but I built it to the space that we had. It's on a raised deck, so there are 4 by 4 pressure treated posts in the ground, cemented in the ground with a frame around it, and then there are 2 by 4 framing with, this is actually, the siding is actually fence boards, cedar fence boards that are turned sideways and stained. The roof, I made it a really low pitch because I didn't want it to be obnoxious to our neighbors, and it is tar papered and shingled and properly flashed, as you can see up there. So come on inside, we'll take a look. Has nice little steps up. The door is a barn door design, and again, just fence boards. And here we are. And this is the inside of the fort. And the way we design it, little peepholes for the kids, so that if they're playing war or something like that, they can spy out the window. With the shutters open, they close, they latch down, every one of them. Get some light in here. And then we have a TV set, which we're going to plug in. This is now my daughter Libby's fort. It was my son Ethan's fort. Up here we have insulation. This was more because we had the nails from the roofing shingles pointing down, so I put the insulation board up. It actually serves a great purpose of keeping the heat out. This at one point was a stairway to look up and out. Again, another peephole right there, and then over here. So I kind of made it so that all the different windows and doors opened differently. I can put a hinge on this, and that goes out. And then over here, we have the escape hatch, as we call it. And this goes out and around the corner. So I'm going to put some electricity in here. I have it pulled just around the corner. I just need to run it. And we're going to get some lighting in here. We have the rope lights right now. The one thing I would do differently, these boards, they're spaced too far apart. And I don't know why I used 2 by 4s. I should have used 2 by 6s for the roof, for the rafters, but I used 2 by 4s probably because that's what I had on hand. This fort's about 5 or 6 years old now, but has held up amazingly well. Exterior grade plywood, painted, and then we have a carpet here. So today, what we're going to do with Libby's fort is we're going to hang up some neat little coat hooks. We're just going to put them here and here for her, so she can hang pocketbooks or doodads on there. Kind of want to dress it up and make it hers. The other night we went out to Michael's and we got her initials and then a couple really nice phrases or words that she likes or loves. And so stay tuned and we'll put these up. So a couple tips for you if you don't already know, if you're just a regular homeowner like me and doing a project for your kids. I no longer use Phillips screws, you know, the cross bits. I think that they tend to strip out on me quite easily. So I use a Spax bit. Sure, this screw is a little more expensive, but pennies on the dollar, really. So it has a special dimple design that locks in to the bit. And the other thing I use is an impact driver. If you don't have an impact driver, it's very different than a drill. This has high torque, so it's slow with high torque. It makes the world of difference when putting things in, makes you feel like a pro. So all you have to do, put it like this, done. And then the other thing is a good quality tape measure, okay? A 1-inch tape. Never mind the little flimsy ones. I like a 1-inch tape because it's easy to measure. It doesn't bend on you. It extends quite far. I love this Milwaukee brand. This happens to be a 25-foot one. You don't necessarily use 25 feet. And what I normally will do is I'll wear headphones or hearing protection when using the impact driver, because it is a high or a loud noise, so you want to protect your ears. Okay, so the next step for making the nail polish holder is to rip the plywood to the correct dimensions, and I simply take an 1/8 inch plywood scrap that I had lying about, and I'm going to rip that on the table saw. So I'm going to disconnect it. I lower the blade down. Anytime I do glue up, I like to use these wax sheets. I got these at the store, Smart and Final, and I just put those down. So let's see how this is going to go. But I'm going to put some glue, and then I'm going to use these little small pins in my nail gun, and we should be good to go. Okay, so the pins didn't work because it's such a thin plywood. As you can see, even a small pin just split right through the wood. So, you know, what I think I'm going to end up doing is just simply gluing them one at a time and letting them sit. All right, so this is going to, we're going to wrap up the video right now. It's a couple days later, it's in the evening, and I just wanted to show you a couple of things that my daughter Libby and I made. One was these little stands, which is just simply 1/8 inch plywood with a little lip, and then a 1/4 inch dowel that sinks in the back so that they can sit down just like this. And as you can see, my daughter has all her nail polishes in here, and sure enough, today when I came home from work, my daughter was out here doing her nails, so I thought it was a very successful project. So this gave you a snapshot look of the fort, and we'll bring you back when we have some other things going on, when we get that TV set up and running and the electrical in here. So thank you. If you like this video, consider subscribing, hitting the like button, leave a comment below, and I appreciate your watching. Thank you.